Hello friends, let's talk about carrots. This is the first episode in a series that I'm starting on vegetables because they are so healthy, and I feel like if we would all just eat more vegetables, we'd all be more healthy, and then we'd be able to fight off any virus or illness that comes along. So this is my little carrot garden that I've started. I've got a whole bed here that I've already planted this spring, and I'm hopeful that it will grow well. I've planted carrots the last couple years and they've done pretty good. I have struggled with weeds, which I need to mulch over the top or put straw or wood chips or something over the top to help suppress the weeds in my bed. But this is a different bed than what I usually plant them in, so I'm hopeful that this one won't have quite the weed problem as my other one did. I'm still personally learning on how to grow things the best way without weeds. So a couple of the places that I learned things from are M.I. Gardener. He's just awesome. If you haven't watched him, I'm sure most of you have, but if you haven't, he's awesome. And what's nice about him is he's in the same growing zone as I am. So what he starts and grows, I can usually do at the same time or somewhere around there. He's in a little bit different area in Michigan, and I'm in Iowa, but it's nice to watch other YouTubers and learn from people who are in the same growing zone, because you can learn things from others. Like I love Roots and Refuge Farm. Jess is very knowledgeable and I love watching her, but she is down south in Arkansas, so the zones are quite different, and so like she's starting tomatoes and we have a few weeks left for that, but I still learn a lot from watching her. I've been trying new recipes this week, which has been so good. We have found a couple that we love. Last night I made carrot hash. I've never actually had hash. You know, actually my aunt used to have hash all the time, like quite often, and I know my cousin still has it, but I have never had it. So this is a new experiment for all of us. It's a little twist on it because this hash has carrots, and I'm making my little wells for my eggs, and I'll show you up close in a second. It's carrots, ground beef, bacon, can't go wrong if it's got bacon in it, and onions and egg. It looks delicious, and I had to make a second one. A little bit of salsa on it, and it's delicious. Oh, love it. We all loved it, so when I make that for my family again, I'm going to have to make 2 skillets worth. We also tried a healthy carrot muffin. Carrot and apple muffins. These are gluten-free and they look delicious. This is the first time trying this, so let's see how they turn out. Snacks is something my family really enjoys. Of course, I think most kids do. So I'm always on the lookout for a healthy alternatives to normal snacks for the kids. And it's always great when you can add vegetables. So I have adapted this recipe some. It calls for flax eggs, and I'm just using regular eggs. It also calls for a little bit of brown sugar, and that I didn't want to use. So I have this coconut sugar, and I've never used it before, but I thought it would be a good time to try that. It also calls for gluten-free flour of your choice, and I've chosen coconut flour. And the recipe says almond milk, but I don't mind using regular milk. It'll be nice here soon. I'm going to have milk goats, and then I'll be able to use goat's milk. That'll be nice. These turned out pretty good. I like them anyway. I don't need a whole lot of sugar, so I'm gonna get the kids' opinion also, but I think they're pretty tasty. All of my kids really enjoyed them, and so did I. They are gluten-free and turned out really good. That will be a definitely make again one also. We also tried carrot patties. For this recipe, I'm gonna use these bags of carrots. I'm gonna open them. My kids get lunch through the school. It's a free program that they've got going on with this whole virus thing. They offer free meals to kids, and so we go ahead and get it. I figure it gives them something unique and different than what I would normally fix for them. And plus then we get to see some of the teachers and stuff once a week, and the kids enjoy that. So anyway, they get carrots every week in that meal, those meals. And so they eat some raw, of course. My kids love carrots, but they get so many that, you know, you get kind of burnt out on them after a little while of eating them raw. So I've been using them in the recipes I've been making this week. So I'm gonna shred them up for these carrot fritters. Always make sure if you're going to buy baby carrots or use them like this, that you rinse them off first, because they use a chemical, a bleach water to preserve them so that they don't, you know, dry out and stuff. So you want to make sure you rinse off that bleach that might still be on it, residue. All right, in hindsight, this was the dumbest thing I could have done. Trying to shred baby carrots is really hard. Don't try it. Use big carrots. But I'm stubborn and I've already started, so I'm going to finish, even if it takes me an hour. The recipe I'm using says, oh, 15 minutes start to finish. Yeah, not if you're like me and you do things the hard way. I always do things the hard way. Now, if you have a food processor, this would be easy. Well, that didn't quite go as planned, did it? Can you call it a fritter if it completely falls apart? I don't know. I'm sure I did something wrong, obviously, because it didn't stay together, but let's see how it tastes. I can't give it an accurate because I shouldn't have used coconut flour. It said gluten-free flour of your choice, and that's what I had, that and almond flour. The recipe said like garbanzo bean flour or something, so I think if I would have used that, I'm sure it would have worked better. But it's not bad. Then we also tried garlic Parmesan roasted carrots, and while they were good, I did a few tweaks on those, and so they probably would be better if I would have done them the right way, following the recipe. And they're done. Beautiful. They look great. Let's try it. I think I would have put more garlic on them. I didn't put any on because the breadcrumbs I used had garlic in them, and they tasted, just the breadcrumbs, very garlicky, but when I put them on here, kind of took that out. So I definitely would add garlic. Probably quite a bit too. But other than that, they're very good. Of course, roasted carrots and roasted vegetables are always delicious. My attempt at a carrot casserole was quite the fail. I tried to tweak the sauce on it and it failed miserably. All right, this may not have turned out. I'm gonna try it. I used that tapioca instead of flour because I don't eat flour. So I thought, oh, I'll just use tapioca. I think that's what it is. So I use this arrowroot powder instead of flour because I don't eat flour. And I thought, well, it should work about the same. Kind of makes it stringy, like chalky tasting. I don't think my family would want to eat that. But that's okay. Then we just cooked the carrots with some butter and they went over really well also. So sometimes just a plain side of carrots is great. So while orange is the best known carrot, that's the one we usually see in the supermarkets and we all use, they also come in many other colors. They come in purple, yellow, red, white. The orange carrot became popular in the 15th or 16th century in Europe, and that's what most people grow today. I personally am growing orange, but also purple and this color mix, which has the white and yellow and red and purple. And I just got this at, I think Menards maybe, I'm not sure. I encourage you to find other colors, and I'm excited to diversify our color palette. I looked it up, and 2 small to medium carrots have 41 calories is all. If you're a person who cares about calories or counts them, they are really low and you can just eat a ton of them and they're so good for you. They have a half cup of them have 73% of your daily requirement, of vitamin A, which is so good. And then they have smaller amounts of vitamin K, potassium, calcium, iron, and vitamin C, which vitamin C we all need a lot of right now because it's really good for fighting off viruses and illnesses. And right now, aren't we all looking to be the healthiest we can be so that we can fight off anything we might come in contact with? They're also full of antioxidants and beta carotene, and carrots are just a really, really healthy, yummy vegetable that I am really glad we did for our first vegetable in this series, because it was a delicious week cooking these different meals and trying different things. It was really good. So now I'd like to know, what recipes do you guys have for carrots that you just love? Different ways to cook them, and do you have any videos on them? Please link the recipes or the videos in the description box below. Let's try to share together. I want to learn from you all recipes that you love and have tried, and I hope maybe you try and enjoy a couple of the recipes we've tried this week. I also would love it if you tell me your tips and tricks on how to grow carrots. I'm hoping to make this series interactive to where I'm sharing my knowledge with you all and what I've learned about these vegetables and the way I use them, but I hope to learn from you just as much, if not more. So I hope you'll go check out M.I. Gardener and Roots and Refuge and other YouTubers that have any videos on how to grow carrots or ways to use them. Another YouTuber that I've watched that is A Slice of Heaven Homestead, I believe is what it is. I'll link it in the description box below. She grew in a container. She grew carrots and they were huge, and she just got a ton out of them. So she would be one to watch if you can only grow in containers. If you guys know any other great carrot growing videos, please share them with me in the description box below. And next week, I'm going to be talking about cabbage. I'm excited for that. We're going to be using it in new ways, and I am so excited for this series and to get healthier and get my family healthier by eating more vegetables. So thanks for watching today, friends. I hope you'll like, subscribe, and continue to join us in this joy-filled life. Thanks. Bye.